Rewind. This is Dope Nostalgia.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Dope Nostalgia. I'm your host, Naomi. Today's episode is special because it's the first time we've had two big artists on at the same time. And the reason we're doing that is because they have a brand new collaboration out. Two huge R&B groups from the 90s, Hi-Five and H-Town, are both here to talk with me today on the podcast. Here's a little bit of background information on both groups.
Wikipedia moment.
Please bear in mind that Wikipedia is not to be taken as actual 100% fact. Any donkey could edit it at any time. If I'm reading you the artist's bio, that stuff is real truth.
And this is their bio from their Facebook page, Official Hi-Five. Now, even if you weren't old enough to play the kissing game, chances are you've heard Hi-Five's single of the same name on any number of urban R&B stations around the world. The Kissing Game and many other Hi-Five hits are still in rotation today, years later. Hi-Five debuted on Jive in 1990 with their self-titled hit album, which spawned singles like Just Can't Handle It, Unconditional Love, and their biggest single, I Like the Way, parentheses, The Kissing Game, parentheses, which hit number one on both the pop and R&B charts. Original Waco, Texas members Marcus Sanders and Shannon Gill are still holding down the original Texas roots, with Bronx, New York's Treston featuring the group on his Bronx Most Wanted record label. New members Farouk Evans and Billy Covington, both New York natives, now complete the quintet. And now I'll introduce you to H-Town. Now, I couldn't get their bio, the official bio, but this one is going to be a true Wikipedia moment for you. So, H-Town is an American R&B vocal group from Houston, Texas. H-Town was founded in 1990 by brothers Kevin Dino Connor, Solomon Shazam Connor, and their friend Daryl G.I. Jackson. H-Town recorded 3 hits during the early to mid-1990s. The group grew up together in Houston's 3rd Ward neighborhood, located on the south side of the city. While attending Jack Yates High School in 1991, Kevin and Solomon Connor formed a band with Daryl Jackson. They were known as The Gents and recorded their first album, It's No Dream, with producer Phil Blackmon. Shazam was chosen as lead singer at the time of recording this album, which featured the ballad A Time for Us. The album was released locally and was not a huge commercial success. The group continued recording and performed at talent shows and plays when a local producer sent their demo tape to 2 Live Crew rapper and record label executive Luther Luke Campbell. After an impromptu audition, Campbell signed the group to his label, Luke Records. Producer Bishop Stick Burrell became their producer and positioned Dino as lead singer, seeing his potential and rare voice as the formula for success in the group, and built his sound around him. They took the name of the group H-Town from the local nickname for the city of Houston, Texas, in which they grew up. Now we know their single Knockin Da Boots became their biggest hit, and that's right, number 1 hit on the R&B charts and peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now, these two groups have done so much, and the amazing thing is they are getting together for a collaboration on a brand new single, which you can find streaming everywhere. The new single, called Slow Grind, is out there now. We also want to take a moment to pay tribute to the members of both groups who are no longer with us. Tony Thompson and Roderick Pooh Clark from Hi-Five, and Kevin Dino Connor from H-Town. Today, joining us here right on Dope Nostalgia, Shazam and Trez. Welcome. This is an amazing episode, you guys. Welcome to Dope Nostalgia. Hi-Five and H-Town together. We've got Shazam and Trust, both here with me today to talk about the new single. How are you guys?
We fine, man. We fine. Just hanging there, blessed to still be here, doing what we love to do.
Yeah, man, just blessed and thankful doing what we love to do. Like he said, man. What's up with everybody out there? How y'all doing out there in Canada?
Canada loves you.
We
Most
love y'all
definitely.
too.
Hopefully, we be coming there real soon, doing some shows, big concerts or something.
Yeah.
Now, have you been out to Toronto or any of the other cities in Canada before, back in the day?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, back
Most
in the
definitely.
day. But it's time for us to come back out there though. It's time for us to get back out on that side of the world.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you're hopefully we'll get there, but we're hopefully you're doing some shows coming up in the recent
Most definitely.
fall winter schedule kind of thing.
We're gonna put that on our promoters' radar. We got to hit that Canada.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be there.
And
It's a big country though. So, hey, gotta make it
Toronto,
out
that's
here.
where we come. Toronto, you say that's where we come first.
Well, I'm 4 hours from Toronto.
Well, where
Flying.
you at?
Flying.
Where you at?
Edmonton.
Okay, that'll be on the tour. We'll put that on the
Yes.
tour.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys pay attention to hockey, but we're like the
Hey,
Edmonton
everybody said
Oilers.
Edmonton Oilers.
That's right.
Right, right. Okay, okay. Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, no doubt.
So this new single, it's called Slow Grind. And what an ultimate collaboration to have the two of you together. Who wrote it?
Actually, I think Billy, and myself and the other guys in High Five, everybody kind of put
Yeah.
their own little salt on it. They salt and pepper on it. You know what I'm saying? But I think Billy is the first one to start it off, and then I came in and did my thing, and the other guys in High Five, they sprinkle their stuff, they energy on that. So it's like we kind of all just kind of collaborated together. You know what I'm saying? Put our minds together and came up with a hit.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
He nailed it.
Yeah, it was just, it was just one of those things that when it felt right, when something feels right, it just is right, and it just felt right.
Yeah.
It just felt right, man.
And it's the
Beautiful, beautiful song.
timing to put some, real R&B back into the world. It has that 90s feel. We sprinkle a little bit of new in there, but it got that 90s feel. And we just basically, just representing for our era. You know what I'm saying? All the groups, Silk, Shy, Drew Hill, 112, Jack and Ditch, all the groups from the 90s, you know what I'm saying? So we know we're two of those big groups that came from the 90s. And we like, hey, sometimes you got to work with people you can work with, and we decided, hey, let's come up with a joint and a single and a hot song, and here you go, you got Slow Grind.
And this show's
Could
all
have said it
about the
better
90s.
myself.
So this show's all about the 90s and what you guys are doing now. Of course, now I imagine in the past you guys must have worked together. How did your two groups meet? At what point was it?
Well, the thing is that I mean, we ran, of course, past back in the day, but we never really did any shows together back in the day. That's what makes this so special, because all these years we never like really really worked with each other, So it took us 30 some odd years for us to really, to say, look, we need to come back and work together and do something. And, everything is timing. And I guess this is just God's timing, to make that happen.
Yeah, yeah. It was more like, I actually remember running across High 5 years ago in Detroit. And they was coming off the stage, and then we was going right on right after they came off. And we just kind of said hi and bye. But over the years, we just all, over the years, we all kind of somewhere dealing with High Five. Even when Tony Thompson was, Tony Thompson's like one of my best friends, and so even through Tony, it was always a sprinkle of love with High Five. You know what I'm saying? I actually do a tribute to Tony Thompson any show I can get a chance. I do a tribute to him and Dean, my brother Dino.
Rest in peace, Dino.
Both of
Yeah,
them. I definitely have some
yeah.
questions. Wanted to ask you guys, like as fans, how can we pay tribute to Tony and Dino the best way we can? And how much do you incorporate them and their memory into what you're doing now?
I mean, in our shows, like Shazam said, you know, we always give tribute to each other. Actually, there was a time we was in Houston and we gave tribute to Dino and GI was there. We brought GI on the stage, so you know, and they done that to us. So we always make sure that the audience, you know, uh, remember Tony Thompson when we on the stage. You know,
Most
that's
definitely.
how we do it.
And the same thing we do with Dino. You know, Dino, one of Dino's favorite songs was Emotions. And I always have the audience and like stuff for Dino, his favorite song from H Town. And we do a tribute every time we get a chance, we do a tribute in our show to Dino. And I also do one to Tony when I have the time. If I get a little extra time, Tony name always coming out. You know, I
Yeah.
always, give homage to Tony Thompson. My
Well,
high five.
we definitely want to show our love and respect to those two. So thank you for telling us more about that. And when we talk about this new song and the collaboration, it's a great jam. Like, it's amazing. Slow Grind is a fantastic ballad. It's like a ballad, but more like mid-tempo. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to bring back. You know, we're trying to bring back those memories, and this is also a way of honoring Dino and Tony. You know, they both came from Tony come from High Five, Dino come from H Town. They was both very important parts of our group, and we all learned some. I learned something from Tony and Dino, and I'm mighty sure the other fellas in High Five learned something from Tony. So they memory and their spirit is still with us. You know, everywhere we go, you know, we take Dino and Tony with us.
That's definitely just to piggyback off that. You know, everywhere we go, it's like that. And even doing this new record, you can still hear our sounds. You know, you still hear that H Town. You know, you still hear that High Five. You know, that feel to it. And it just we're just blessed that we were able to, come up with such a song like this that have that '90s feel to it. But it got some new stuff too now. But you know, it still got that '90s oomph to it that's missing. You know, all the parts of the song. You know, the vamp, the bridge. You know, the different verses and the chorus. You know, things that you don't get. You know. Now, I'm not saying anything wrong about R&B now. Music is music, and everything got to evolve. But I'm just saying, we just made sure that we put all the parts in making a '90s record into this record. You know what I mean? So when you hear it, you're gonna hear you're gonna hear some riffs. You're gonna hear some parts. You're gonna hear things. You know that
Yeah.
necessarily not really in it now. You know, other music. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of R&B today, they don't have bridges. And we have a bridge and a vamp in this song. You know, we actually got a
That
bridge and a
part.
vamp. You know, we take it home. Also with the ad libs, the way we take it home. Nobody take it home the way '90s artists take the song homes.
So true.
Jodeci is and Drew Hill and Silk is a testament for some other guys that they know how to take songs home. So that's one thing we focus on, of just giving that element. You know what I'm saying? Of what the world is missing and what the world
Yep.
want and what the world need.
Yep.
Do you
Boom.
think do you,
Period.
can you think of any R&B artists that are out today that respectfully pay tribute to 90s music and you can hear it in their sound?
Um, I can hear a little bit of Chris Brown because Chris Brown did use a couple of samples and from like I Love Your Smile by Shanice Wilson. He did some stuff on Guy. You know what I'm saying? Which is so I hear a little sprinkling and a lot of Chris Brown. Which is Usher, but Usher's Usher's the superstar that comes from our cloth that still have the major everything behind him. But I'm gonna give it to Chris Brown that kind of keep it alive. And that Usher's doing the thing right now where he bringing all the '90 acts out on his shows. But he's a part of us. He from the '90s. I remember when
Yeah.
Usher used to open up for H Town. But yeah, I'm gonna give
When he
Chris
was
Brown that
baby
right now.
Usher.
Yeah, when he was baby Usher. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, and then I look at people like, I know it's New Jack Swing, but Bruno Mars. I
Bruno
like I,
Mars, another one. Yeah,
I like how
He's
he
dope.
pays tribute.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
prays
dope. That
tribute.
that 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 one album he did with the album I think Cardi B was on. That
Yeah,
whole that whole album was like straight up '90s, straight up New Jack. The whole I'm not sure. I think Teddy has something to do with that album as well. I think.
probably.
Hmm.
It was the
Yeah.
first time I had faith in new music. again when I heard that song. I'm
Yeah,
like, yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
Bruno Mars. Bruno, he was able to, to do it. Yeah, definitely.
She's playing hard to get. She's playing. Does she like me? She likes me. She's playing hard to get. She's playing. Does she like me? She likes me. I can tell by the look in her eyes that she's into me. 'Cause when she passes by and say hi, I can tell by her smile that she's shy as can be. She's playing. I don't think she can see my crush on her, but I can feel the crush on me. She's playing hard to get. She just won't admit that she likes me. She likes me. She's playing hard to get. She just won't admit. Oh yeah, she likes me. She likes me.
Now, these next questions I want to ask you, I'm going to ask for each, you representing each group, and your experience. So, let's say for H-Town, what shows did you enjoy visiting the most, like talk shows or, live performances on TV? Who were some of your favorite hosts? What is a memory of those days for you?
I would say most definitely Arsenio Hall, Apollo, Soul Train. Those would probably be my top three. Apollo, Soul Train, and Arsenio Hall.
Mm.
Yeah, and I would say the same thing. Yeah, we did the same circuit. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say Arsenio Hall, Soul Train. Um, yeah, Neil Peoples was cool too back in the day. We did
Party
Yeah.
Machine.
Party Machine. Ah, see,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool too. I mean, all of them had their own different, their own different vibe to it. You know what I mean? I take away something from all of it. So all the TV shows we did. Arsenio
Yeah.
Hall was dope. I can't front on Arsenio. That was
And I
dope
would
too.
say, and I would say those three shows for me, when I got on those shows, I really felt like I made it. Like, wow, I'm on the Senior Hall show. And out of all of them was Soul Train, because I've been watching Soul Train since my mama was really young. And so to get on Soul
Oh,
Train was like, wow, are we on Soul Train? And
Word.
so Soul
Do
Train
that.
was really a big, and the Apollo, that's legendary to be on Apollo. And then Arsenio was just like the mega at the time night show that for artists to break their music. And once
Yeah,
you got on those shows, you really feel like hey, I made it, I done accomplished something. And you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. No doubt, no doubt. That Arsenio was definitely was that show. You made it to Arsenio. Yeah,
he was the
you did a
coolest
good
thing on
thing.
TV. He really
Man,
was.
most
Yeah.
definitely.
I was really hoping when he came back with a new a new edition of the show, I was like, yes, yes, but it was only a
Yeah.
few months, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah. It
didn't last
just,
that long.
it just sometimes it's hard to top, when you have a show that's successful, it's just
Mm.
sometimes hard to top because a lot of the time the generation doesn't change and people just
Right.
not, um, uh, our audience, they're young, but they're a little bit older. It's a late night show. So sometimes,
Yeah.
our audience, they may not stay up as late as they used to be.
Yeah, man. It's time to go to bed, yo. We gotta go to work in the morning.
Oh, me, it was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
opposite. I was like 11, 12 years old and I had to sneak up to stay up to watch it, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah, that
I was
was
supposed to be
then.
in bed getting ready for school, but no, I'd be like sneaking out watching Arsenio.
Yeah, to see who's on, right? Who's performing.
Exactly.
Everybody wanted to see who was performing on Arsenio.
How
Most
did
definitely.
how did each of you find out that you had your first number one hit? Well, we'll start with Trust.
Oh man, I think we was in New York and got the phone call from the record company. Was like, damn, I remember all of us shouting, and screaming, and jumping around. And then I remember when we finally went to the office and they presented us with our plaques and stuff. That was like something I'll never forget. That was crazy, to receive our plaques, man. It's like, wow, we sold this album sold 500,000, this single sold 500,000. You know what I mean? So it's like it was
Hmm.
overwhelming on our side. I just remember us screaming and shouting when we got the phone call. It was a phone call we got on a phone, the hotel phone, and you can put it on speaker.
Yeah.
That part.
What about you, Shazam?
Yeah. Oh, for me, man, I think when we went number one, we was in a battle with a lot of groups at the time because we actually became last. A lot of the groups was out before us. The Silks, the SWVs, the Shas, the Jodeci's, and Knockin Da Boots was so big, and it kind of like caught them. Like we was right there with them, and it's like, I think when I got word that Janet Jackson knew who we were, because they said Janet Jackson was like, who is this group and these country boys that's keeping me from going number one? So we actually kept Janet Jackson from going number one on one of her songs. That's the way love goes. She eventually got there, but we got there first, and she was like, she made a big row about, whoa, who is this? Where they come from? Like it's like when we came out, we snuck punched everybody. Like they didn't see us coming. It was just like the song took off that big. It was like, I'm gonna say overnight, we were celebrity stars. Like 2 weeks, we were still in the projects. That's how big. I'm gonna say in 2 weeks, that song was big all over the world in 2 weeks. And it took down, probably stayed on Billboard for number one for like 8 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And it, like Janet Jackson was like, who is this? Where they come from? And I said, oh, Janet Jackson know who we are? Is she asking about us? So it was like that. Yeah.
Who did
That's my fondest thing, remembering that.
who did you each get to meet that was a big influence on you and it was like you were starstruck?
For me, I'm gonna say Prince.
Yeah.
I met Prince, and I was like, wow, and he actually brought us on stage, and I didn't think he knew who we were. And we was at his concert, and some people recognized him and said, you told Prince, H-Town's in the audience. And he said, well, tell him to meet me over at my after party. He gave us pass, all that. So we go there, and he said, oh, he walked up to him. I seen him whispering. He said, we're about to meet H-Town. He was with his wife, and we talked, and then he asked us to come on stage with him. So that was a fun. Prince was like one of the ones I was like, wow, Prince. I'm gonna say Prince.
It's a big one.
For me, I'm gonna say Prince too. It
Yeah.
wasn't done like the way he was. It was done with Shazam, but we had actually doing what was it? The awards show, Soul Train Music Awards. And they had premiered our Sprite commercial that night.
Mhm.
And so I remember backstage, and we was also presenters. So I remember backstage, and I seen this little dude, you know what I'm saying, in heels, but he was still little, like walk right by, and that was it. That's as far as it went. I ain't had no conversation or nothing. He had his security with him.
Mm,
I ain't had
yeah.
no conversation or nothing. He just walked right by, and I was like, I was done. I was done at that point. Like, oh, that was Prince. Oh, like the aura, everything felt magical when he walked by. It was crazy feeling,
Yeah.
crazy feeling. But that's all I could. And I didn't speak to him. He ain't say nothing or nothing about nothing. It was just it was just his presence when he walked by. It was like it was straight energy, all energy. Never gonna forget it.
Yep.
No one will ever be like him.
No one will be ever like, yep.
And for each of you as well, if you could think of a deep cut that you guys released with each of your groups respectively, which would be your favorite deep cut or album track that you wish would have been a single? We'll start with Shazam.
I would say we had a song called I had a couple of those. Is it got to do one or can I do multiple?
Yeah.
I would say we had a song called Ways to Treat a Woman on our Ladies Edition album that I felt could have been a big hit for H-Town and we didn't release it. And then I'm gonna say Sex Bowl. Sex Bowl.
Shit, baby, you know. I know the man you feel, Let's see the favorite smile that you smile when I'm smiling back. You know what I'm saying? That's a way that I know that you're pleased with my cool act. Yeah. And baby, all that I'm thinking, how to treat you with some respect. Know what, baby, I know how to treat a woman, yeah. How to love a woman. The ways I treat a woman, yeah. Yeah. And I know how to caress your back nights when you sleep up. How to do it when you wake up. Love you in the morning, even time. Listen, baby.
Nice.
I'm gonna say album cut. I'm gonna say as one. As one. That should have been. That was on our third joint. That should have been.
Yeah.
That was deep and good. That was a good one. As one.
I'm going to play a clip of those songs on the show for everyone so they can check it out.
Okay,
All right,
most
no
definitely.
doubt, no doubt.
Everything feels so right since you became a girl. I feel the special bond of love between you and I. The kind of love that will last forever and a day. Oh, I'll pray that we will stay this way for always, 'cause we were meant to be as one. Our love will always be forever. We will be as one. Ooh, yeah, baby, baby. Ooh. Our love will always be forever. We will be as one. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hi. If you enjoy Dope Nostalgia, thank you. Consider becoming a Patreon subscriber today for as little as $1 a month. It helps keep the show on the air and rolling. So if you want to check out our Patreon, it's at patreon.com/dope nostalgia. $1 a month, and you'll be helping support one of your favorite podcasts.
Hi, we're 4 p.m., and this is Dope Nostalgia.
Throw on your Jinkas, Baby Tees, and Doc Martens, grab your Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper, and join Jackie and Danielle on a journey to the late 90s as we reminisce about the movies of our youth on the No More Late Fees podcast. Don't forget your flannel and butterfly clips. And remember, be kind and rewind.
Hit it! Here's Rappin' Rockin' Barbie. You can sing along, 'cause with her boombox, you can rap a song. This Barbie's cool from her head to her toes, 'cause she's got the most happening clothes. This Barbie's the hottest, that's what I found, 'cause her boombox plays a real rap sound. You can rap a song too, with Rappin' Rockin' Barbie. And a Rappin' Rockin' crew.
Rappin' Rockin' Barbie doll and friends each have a boombox, Energizer brand batteries included. Dolls each sold separately.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sad. Now I've learned that how to appreciate you. Like it slow, like it slow, slow. Like it slow, like it slow. Pumping fast that day will go. Like it slow. Don't you know that like slow? Like it slow. Pumping fast that day will go. Like it slow. Don't you know that like slow? I can feel your touch every time you move back with your push, and it feels so wet. Then I get my slow motion right back. Every time I count a punch, and the rules go always slow, toe to toe. If you don't know, they don't like that rat attack. Damn right. Like it slow, pumping fast, that ain't gon' go. Like it slow, don't you know that like it slow? Like it slow, pumping fast, that ain't gon' go. Like it slow, energize a bunny.
How do you each take care of your voices? You know, like, what do you do? Do you have any rituals that you do to make sure it stays, smooth, when you get sick? And how do you take care of it?
Well, for me, I stay away from the dope. No,
Edibles.
people always ask me, man, how do you I naturally have a raspy voice, me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I can sound hoarse and I'm not even hoarse, it's just the way I sound. But what I normally would do, I try to stay away from, I never really done any hard drugs in my life, the cocaine or the crack or nothing like that, mainly I would, drink tea, throat tea and stuff like that, and kind of just be quiet right before the show. Be quiet and just let my vocal cords rest and try to get into a laid back zone right before a show. But the beauty of my voice, sometimes when I'm hoarse, people won't know. They just think, oh, that's H-Town. That's how they sound. They sound kind of raspy a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I can get away with it a little bit,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's what I mainly do.
What about
Yeah.
Tress?
For me, one of the things I do, I try not to talk as much. This is right before the show. I try not to talk as much. I have my hot tea with honey, ginger tea. And I try not to talk a lot. And I do a lot of humming. I'm always humming, backstage and, just warming it up and try not to get too excited about, because by then, I ain't gonna lie, my adrenaline is starting to flow. It's already flowing, so I gotta maintain it, So when I get on stage, I let it all out at that particular point. So it's kind of difficult to be back there. Sometimes you be ready to go on the stage and, they ain't ready. It's like, yo, that feeling is crazy. You be like, ready.
Most definitely.
Never get stage fright?
For me, I think it's normal. I ain't go front. I get butterflies all the way until my first foot touched. Once my foot touched the stage, then that's that. Then it goes away. But leading up to it, especially going up the steps, going up the steps, man. Ooh, my stomach be like, ah.
Yeah. That's something over me, but I think that's as good. If you're not nervous about it, you'll be like, then you'll be trying to remember things you want to do on stage right before you hit the stage. I gotta remember to do this. I gotta remember to hit it like that. And so I always have every time I hit the stage, I have butterflies. It's not one time I haven't hit the stage where I don't have butterflies. I mean, right to this day, you know what I'm saying? Because you still be like, we got to make sure people love us. We got to make sure they say H-Town still got it, you know, because that's the thing that artists like myself do. They know how great we was when we were younger, man, but as us being older, it's like they want to see, do they still got it? Can he still do this? Or is they better? So, you know, I always had it in the back of my mind. And when I hit but when I touch the stage, it's time to go to work now.
It
You know?
means you care.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, they say that if you lose that feeling, you might not care anymore. You know, it
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
time to do something
It'll
else.
show. It'll show.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
I want to thank you both for the respect you show to women in your music as well.
Most definitely.
Like how important
We were raised right.
Amen.
Yeah.
How important is it, especially in these days, to make music that shares those positive messages?
Oh, I think it's very important because we have our youth and our kids looking at us, you know what I'm saying? You know, we did a whole album one time dedicated to women called Ladies Edition, our third album.
You sure
And
did.
the whole project and the label at the time, they didn't really want to push it. They was like, and we was like, man, you know, we done all the sex stuff. Now we want to do something to show we're a little older now. We did an album based on about spousal abuse, you know what I'm saying? And you know, independent women and it's actually now is like one of my best selling albums to this day because I have so many women come to me, oh, that album saved my life. I'm glad y'all put an album out like that. And we actually made history because we was the only group that had the women, the Million Woman March. And we performed that. They requested us to perform that because we had that album at the time dedicated to women. We the single was Natural Woman. We named all the powerful women. Diana Ross, Patti LaBelle, Selena, you know, everybody, you know, TLC, Invo, and we got a lot of props for that album. And it's like an album that was underground, but it's like when it got to the women, when they heard it, like yourself, I guess you know about it, they go, oh man, that album saved my life. We had the hotlines where you can actually call people and reach out to people on the hotlines and get help if you was getting spousal abuse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. I was going to ask too, Trez, tell me about Hiatus, the autobiography.
Oh, yeah, that was oh, that was the name. That's the name of the autobiography, Hiatus, and self-explanatory is what is pretty much what I did when we went into untimely hiatus. You know, what I had to do to survive, what I was forced to do in order to maintain while we was on a hiatus, you know, because you never know, you know, when you're growing up and you're young, you think that you're gonna be doing this forever, you know. You don't think that money's gonna run out, you only have 5 minutes of fame, you know, and people tell you that, but you're not paying attention or what have you. And then next thing you know, you're on top of the world, and then out of nowhere, you at the bottom, like boom, you know. So that's
Yeah.
like, you know, that's a hell of a feeling that I don't really want nobody to feel something like that because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't bounce back from that. You know, a lot of people turn to things and, you know, not strong enough to bounce back from that. Not judging anybody because I'm not perfect. You know, everybody got their stuff about them. You know what I mean? But that's what the book is about, you know. So yeah, get a chance. It's on Amazon. It was an Amazon bestseller. Yeah, go ahead and check it out. The name of it is called Hiatus, and you get to see and hear all the things, and there's pictures in there, you know, as proof. You get to see and hear things and read things that probably will flip your mind and stuff a little bit. And yeah, stay tuned for Hiatus 2. If you read Hiatus 1, you know there's a 2 after that. So yeah, that's where we
Yeah,
at.
yeah. It's the worst feeling in the world to be on top of the world. I always tell everybody it's the worst feeling in the world to be known all over the world and still have a recognizable face and you don't have any money.
Yeah, that's
So, you
shit
know,
terrible, man.
it's the most, you know,
Humbling experience.
humbling, and if you don't know God, you could commit suicide. I'm gonna say that.
That part.
But you know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying.
saying. Yeah, I agree
So
with you, bro.
a lot of things that people see, especially from H-Town, losing my brother and everything, to come back and doing what we're doing right now, they don't really understand how hard we work to just get us back to where we are now. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about doing a lot of scraping the bottom of the barrel. And like right now, I look at it and say, well, wow, I finally got my group back to where we was, where it's relevant again, and it's people paying attention to it, and they booking it, and it's everything. So, I experienced that myself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say the first thing you heard I say, I'm just happy to be here alive doing what I love to do. Because I'm just not a 9-to-5 guy. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I know I hate to say that, but I'm not a 9-to-5 guy. I never had a job in my life. But it was times where I was almost to the point where, man, what I'm gonna do? I gotta, I tried to get a job before, but sometimes you have no education, and I'm not, when I say for us education, I'm gonna say like degrees. All I ever known was to sing and write songs and produce and dance and entertain. Been doing it professionally since we were 16 years old. People don't realize we were 16 years old when Knockin Da Boots was out. So we were so young, but we back. We back now, baby. Slow grind.
That's right, baby. Yeah.
Slow grind. God bless you both that, everything is going so well and the fans are there, like, have you been keeping in touch with your fans this whole time, or have you just like recently had the, reconnection?
Well, we've been on this new journey for about 12 years now. Shout out to Farouk and Billy and the rest of the guys, Gil and Mac, GI. But listen, at the end of the day, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm just thankful that we're able to do what we love to do. All jokes aside.
I keep in touch with I talk to a lot of fans through social media. Anybody inbox me, I pretty much I respond back to them on the comments, or either just through inboxing and stuff like that. I can't answer everybody because some of them be talking a little crazy, but
for real.
There's crazies in every fan base. It's fine.
Yeah, so we kind of keep in touch with them like that, and going live, even not going live, they may get a chance to see us up and close live. So it's a new day and age, and technology has kind of put us where we can kind of like go live and talk to your fans, or just they can inbox you. Like if a person's put it like this, if you're following me on Facebook, it's basically you have my number.
Right.
You can actually get in touch with me. Yeah. On any digital platform, you can call me on it, you can text me on it, you pretty much have my number. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember like 12 years ago on this new journey, is like we didn't have an Instagram account. I remember where we just had 5 followers, and that was us. And now we at, for us, now we at 70-something thousand, but that, that's a lot, but there's people that's doing way more numbers than that. But for us, we kind of like, we didn't follow the trend. We kind of like stepped back from it all, so we just been on social media for like 12 years, like, you know what I mean? Working our fan base back. But, we the numbers are looking good, and they're going up even more exponentially now. So we're thankful. Yeah.
Did you get involved with using the internet when it was brand new in the 90s?
Yeah,
or were you like, I don't know?
No, I wasn't. I didn't.
I wasn't really. Yeah. So it's that same thing with us. We building our following, and now I'm just thankful for what I got. I tend to try to not look at what everybody else doing. I just use what I got. If I got 50,000, I'll use that 50,000. Because I said, well, at that 50,000, that can spread word of mouth, or somebody might, oh, you heard the new Shazam or the H-Town out? They take it, oh, yeah, I seen it on Instagram. So it's like, and right now what I'm doing, I'm just learning how to use all my platforms. Like right now I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter. I actually just activated my Twitter account back, and I have 13,000 followers over there. I'm like, whoa, I'm going to use these 13,000 followers. So I've been back on there working with that. So, it's just an ongoing building and building our social media, and then H-Town is vice versa. I have my private account, but we also had an H-Town social media, and we just working it the best way we can work it, to get to the people.
And to capitalize on that too, even on our TikTok. We just started a TikTok, trying to get into. We're late. They talking about there ain't gonna be no TikTok after next year. That's the rumor. But anyway, so our TikTok is a official high five group. That's our new thing. So I just want to put everybody out there in official high five Instagram and official high five Facebook. So yeah, so follow us on that TikTok.
Go follow. Yeah. I'm going to go check out your TikTok too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and mine is at Shazam of H-Town on TikTok, at Shazam of H-Town on TikTok, at Shazam of H-Town on Instagram. Then we got the H-Town for Life on IG.
Nice.
And we have the H-Town Facebook page and stuff like that. I'm trying to build a group page, but right now I've been kind of just having the Shazam thing, which been going pretty good. Oh, I ain't got a lot of followers on TikTok. I probably about like 5,000-6,000, but I look at that's 6,000 people I can work my music to.
That part, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It can only grow, right?
That's it. It only can grow. But you can be amazed what you could do with 4,000 or 5,000 people, because the people they share your stuff. They spread it out. Like I've probably been getting about 50 to 70 TikTok followers a day since I've been working my TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And so it's starting to grow. It's fun when you watch it grow, though. I'm like, oh, it's wrong. Okay, 50 people follow me today. So it's a slow process, but we're getting it out there. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It is really fun to do that and interact with the new people.
Slow this right down. Yeah.
Slow it down.
Slow this down.
I just want to spend some time with you tonight.
Baby. Slow this down. Girl, if you don't mind, I wanna slow this down. You ain't got nothing but time. I wanna slow right with you. Girl, I'm reaching out to you. My love is just 2 hours away. The things I wanna do to you. I know you love it for play. Girl, I know that body song. Girl, I know that body song. Can't wait till you take it on. And I'll do what you fantasize, even if it takes all night, 'cause you're mine. Girl, if you don't mind, if you don't mind, I wanna slow right with you. Ain't got nothing but time. When you come out, I wanna slow right with you.
Baby, I'm sitting here watching your page, looking at these pictures of you, wishing you was in my...
What is a guilty pleasure that each of you would have? Like whether it's a music thing or a food thing, whatever, TV show. Do either of you have any guilty pleasures?
Guilty pleasures. I don't know if I'm guilty, but I like to smoke cigars a lot. I do a lot of smoking cigars, which I shouldn't be doing as a singer. I like, my people like, boy, you didn't get hooked on them cigars. I smoke cigars, like I kind of stopped drinking, but I done picked up this other habit to where now I'm smoking cigars, a lot. Not cigarettes, cigars.
Yeah.
And actually, I just smoked one right before I came on here.
People don't inhale them though, do they? They just taste it.
You don't inhale them, but they get you high. They get you high. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I think the problem is with me, they legal. See, that's where it's wrong. It's legal. I can smoke that, and I can ride. Like I drive in my truck a lot now. I'll just smoke a cigar. But the cigars, man, they like a beginner smoker. They got the levels. They got the medium. They got the miles. They have some that can really. They got some that's so strong can make you throw up. Because I have experience. Like I've been drinking. There's times I don't smoke one and and somebody said, you puffing it too hard, Giselle. I mean, whatever, I puff it. Man, I'm talking about next 40 minutes, I done threw up. Because I wasn't, so now I do the miles and gradually I'm getting, put it like this, I don't smoke the dark ones when I'm driving. I'll take a mile just to relax me.
Mhm.
That's it. Yeah. And I guess that's my guilty conscience a little bit. I shouldn't be doing it because I feel like I'm a singer and everybody like, man, be doing that, man. But I'm like, all it's gonna do is make my voice even more raspy than what it is, and that's H-Town sound.
Lots of singers have their vices too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been trying to think while he was talking. That part, right?
Maybe you don't have
I like.
none. So you
I think I like to watch. I like to watch cartoons at night.
Yeah.
I like to watch cartoons at night to go to sleep or to go to sleep on cartoons. I like
Kids
that.
cartoons or like adult cartoons
Yeah,
or
like Cleveland Brown, Family Guy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You like South Park?
Yeah.
South Park is okay. South Park is okay, but yeah, Cleveland Brown Family Guy is really
He's one of the best.
where I'm at.
I like watching cartoons, so I'm not gonna lie. Like you put some Bugs Bunny on, a Popeye, a Sailor Man, a Tom and Jerry. I watch cartoons too, but I feel funny watching them. Like, man, you a grown man, you want to watch cartoons. So, but a lot of times
that's that guilty pleasure right there.
But I get away with it because I get away with it because my son he watching it and I say I like I'm watching him, but I'm really just watching it just as much as him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's something
I
you
like
can enjoy
cartoons,
together,
And please don't give me the Super Friends. I love the Super Friends, the superheroes. Oh man! So I love watching cartoons too. I'm not gonna. That's like,
Yeah, man.
You guys
I
like
don't like the
Roadrunner?
I don't like the adult cartoons. Like they got the adult, so I don't like those cartoons. I like the ones that was cartoon. It's a real cartoon, man. Like I don't know if you ever had a cartoon called Thundercat and He-Man.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I love all those.
Oh yeah, Thundercat.
Yeah, I still sneak and watch those cartoons to this day. Yeah,
I watched Thundercats as a kid in the 80s, man.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah.
She-Ra, they had She-Ra, He-Man.
Oh, I was watching Gem. Gem and the holograms.
Gem, yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, what can we look forward to with the upcoming gigs and such with this collaboration? What's next?
Well, right
Hopefully
now,
a lot of touring. Go ahead.
Yep. No. I was going to say the same thing. That hopefully a lot of touring off this record. Us together on the same tours. And working it out where we can perform it for you guys too. That's what we're working on and getting the song played and have everybody go ahead and download it and stream because it's on all the streaming platforms. Download it and put it on playlists and all kinds of things, man. Tell your friends, and support 90s R&B music on the comeback, in 2024,
And what fans don't want to realize, man, it's very important, man, that they stream the music and download it. Make sure you go to iTunes and download. We need to download. Ain't about 99 cents. Download to iTunes or $1.29. But download it. We need them to download it. And I try to tell all my fans, you streamed it? Yeah. Did you download it? No. Can you please go download it?
They've all forgotten how to download things. You have to remind them.
Yeah. Because a lot of times people just stream it, but they won't download it. But we need it all at this point and to survive and to keep it going. We need them to do it all. Download it, stream it, on all platforms, YouTube, any platform, it all helps. So I try to tell, hey man, if you try, well, go look at it on YouTube. Now you're on Spotify, go on YouTube and look. Go stream it on Apple. Go there, so it's really very, 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 very important to we can keep the music alive and keep it coming because it's a lot of hard work going to doing the music and a lot of energy and a lot of want to get up to do it. So it's like sometimes I have to. I'm not a big fan of the studio. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of a performer, but I have to get like right now I'm in the midst of doing music, and it's like they have to come on Shazam, but since I see some sets coming from it, so okay, let me go and get this finished. Let me get in there. You know, sometimes my producers and managers have to twist my arm to get me to go in the studio.
Yeah.
You know, so I just tell everybody, but you know, when you see success and people like everybody loving Slow Grind and all the stuff we put out, it makes you, okay, let me go back in there and let me go do some more. Let me give them some more. I got to keep it coming.
That part, keep it going. Right.
People got to understand, your fans, if they want the music to keep coming, they have to buy the songs, buy merchandise. This is how
Support
artists are making money,
support
especially
it.
independent artists, right?
Most definitely. Independent.
Support it. Like,
Independent.
it's like, a lot of people, we look at our comments and stuff, and it says, oh, we wish 90s R&B come back. Oh, I want to feel the 90s again. Blah, blah. And we heard all that. So we was like, you know what? We're going to give you what you're looking for. We did just that. Now it's time for the fans to say, okay, well, they did their thing. So let's go ahead and download it. They brought it to us. They did it. Let's go ahead and download it.
Fans, we must love it by supporting financially. Yes.
Yeah, supporting financially. And I tell fans, some fans be like, oh, I didn't know it was there. I didn't never heard of it before. But to all the ones when you do know it's there, when you do hear it, when you do run across it, we need y'all to really support it. That's why I try to come up with unique ways to get the music out, because a lot of 90 acts, it's not that they can't make hits. We all can still make hits. We all can still sing, but sometimes we have a problem getting it out there for it to be heard, and trying to reach our own. Sometimes people think you just put a song up and it's just gonna reach millions of people, then you have to work it, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, I've been using TikTok a lot to try to get the music out there, and because I believe when they hear it, like, man, that is a jam. Right? Let me go cop that. You know what I'm saying? Let me go download that or stream that. So, it's kind of what we're trying to do right now.
It all adds up. It all
adds up. It all adds up, man.
That part.
This has been an amazing episode. I loved chatting with you guys both, Treston and Shazam. You guys were amazing. Thank you for being on Dope Nostalgia.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate all the love. Shout out to Canada and all the fans out there. Go support that Slow Grind and be very careful, when listening to the Slow Grind. There's a little caution, you can't cause pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? So be careful when listening to Slow Grind. Fellas, be careful, y'all.
We don't mind. We're trying to populate the world. We want to, we don't mind populating the world. So,
There's going to be a baby boom from the Slow Grind.
Baby boom. That's what we talking about. Yeah.
I'm just saying, hey, if you our age and you our age and you happen to get caught up in it, man, you better than we are. Better than I am. Shazam say you want to be the uncle. Shazam say you want to be the uncle.
Just don't ask me for no child support, though.
You warned them.
Yeah,
be careful. Yeah. Be careful when listening to Slow Grind. Can't cause pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Social media, we've got it. Send us an email, dopenostalgiapodcast@gmail.com. Twitter, Nostalgia Dope. Or on Insta, dope_nostalgia.
This podcast is licensed by SOCAN because we believe that artists should be paid for their work.